Hi, I'm Sylvia the Parentologist, and I'm here to help you with any of your parenting issues that you come up with. Today I would like to share with you my top tips on how to survive sleepless routines and baby mayhem. Please, before I start and I get into everything, I'd love to know who's here. Please say hello and show me some love. I love the heart icon, so just keep on pressing and say a hi and let me know you're there. Do you wake up in the morning and feel like you're just as tired as you did the night before you went to bed? Well, you're not alone. There's many parents just like you struggling with sleep time routine and keeping their toddlers staying in bed at night, and babies, of course. Hi, I'm Sylvia the Parentologist, and I help busy parents survive the baby and toddler years so they have a more peaceful parenting experience. And I welcome you today. And thank you for sharing your time with me. Please, if you're watching me, show me some love and share with anybody else that you know who are going through parenting struggles. I'd love to hear from you. So today, it's about asking Sylvia, me, the parentologist, about some of your parenting struggles. And I would like to share with you my tips and suggestions. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comment box and I'd love to hear from you. If I don't answer those questions today, I can assure you that I will be answering them after I finish today's live feature. And if you are here, let me know where you're watching from. If you are watching this on replay, please still put a comment and say hi, and I will definitely reply to you. So I would like to get started. I have had a couple of questions in beforehand who have joined my Facebook group, Parents Keeping It Real. If you haven't already joined, please join. And I've had a couple of questions, like I said. So my first question, if you excuse me from reading, is from Bonnie. And she put a question in my group and said, I have an 8-month-old and she is co-sleeping and now he only sleeps on her. And she wants to know, how can she get him to self-soothe? And a second question she asks, is it best to wait? Well, this is a two-part question. So I'd like to start with the last part of the question. And that is it best to wait? Now, parents do co-sleeping for many reasons. And I understand everybody has a parental choice. Now, if you do co-sleeping and you want to start to change, it's better to change sooner rather than later. For me, is that children get used to a certain situation, and the longer you leave it to when you want to change it, the harder it gets for not just your toddler or your baby, but it also gets harder for you. And the second part is about co-sleeping and him sleeping on you. Now, I don't know how much sleep you get through the night when you've got a baby sleeping on you, so I'm sure this is affecting your sleep. In the fact that you're always wondering and being conscious that your baby's next to you. So to me, your little one is 8-month-old. I would start now. But whatever you decide, whether you want to start now or later, when you start is when you just got to keep on continuing. My motto is consistency is key with anything when it comes to parenting, because once you start, you must keep going, because if you stop and your child realizes that they've got a choice and that they can get you to change your routine or change anything, then they will start, it'll be harder each time and they will start to play up. So let's get down to some of the tips that will help you regarding getting your child to self-soothe and also get you and your child a better night's sleep. Now, what I would suggest is that you would start, if you haven't already started, with the morning, the daytime nap, because small steps is key as well, because we can't just all of a sudden go from co-sleeping to independent sleeping, because it'd be too much of a challenge for your little one and for yourself. And with anything, whatever we want to do in life, it takes at least 2 weeks for us to be able to change a habit. So I would say start small and start with nap times in the day. So if your little one is used to sleeping on you in the daytime as well as nighttime, start with nap times, trying to get them to self-soothe in smaller increments. And that way it'll be easier for them to be able to have the challenge at nighttime. Now, when it comes to nighttime, I think it's really important to be able to get your little one into as much of a sleep state as possible for them to be able to self-soothe. And that means that we want to encourage as much of their melatonin as possible. And for those who don't know what melatonin is, it's the sleep hormone that actually encourages us to have that drowsiness, that sleep time. And there's a number of things to help promote your little one's melatonin. And that is about the sleep time routine. Now, I can give you lots of tips and suggestions, and I want you to be able to go away today, Bonnie, with some that you can start to try from today, from tomorrow. If you do find it a bit of a struggle and you want any more tips and suggestions, or you would like to book a session with me, please just message me and we can arrange it. But these tips are able for you to be able to get on with and try little bits at a time, and I know that they will make a bit of a difference. So little baby steps is really key. So like I said, the nighttime routine is really key to get the sleep hormone going, the melatonin, and that would consist of, to me, is about an hour before you're going to put them to bed, is to start to promote the melatonin in their system, and it produces the sleep hormone, like I said. So what you would do is start with, maybe if you're bottle feeding or you're breastfeeding, you'll do what we call split feeding. So what you would do is give them a little bit of their feed before a bath time, and then put them into bath time. Make sure that bath time is a calming time. Any activities, once you do sleep time, it is sleep time to go to bed. So that hour is the hour, 45 minutes to an hour before they go to bed. So this is about making sure that this is the time when they're not going to go back into the sitting room, they're not going to be going back into any more stimulating activities, because we want to keep them in a calm state. So I would suggest, like I said, sleep time, bath time first, split feed first. So you'll feed them part way for a bottle or a breastfeeding, and then you put them in a bath, but keep everything calm, and that includes your tone of voice. It's nice and soothing, and it will help them to get into a more of a sleep state. And then after bath time, take them into the area they're going to sleep, whether your bedroom or if they've got their own room, and start with the same calming. Make sure the room is dark and calm, and that you've got maybe a side light, a very good nighttime light, not too bright, and you will still keep your voice nice and calm, so that we're still encouraging the melatonin and sleep hormone. The room should be as dark as possible, but with a small light. And then you could do things like give them a baby massage after you've bathed them, keep them calm, and then go and give them the second half of their feed, whether it's bottle or breast. And as well, keeping everything nice and calm, no stimulating songs or, "Hi, how are you? Mummy's talking to you." None of that. It's all calm, it's quiet, and we're going to be stimulating their sleep hormone. Now, when they're in a drowsy state, and this is key, when they're in a drowsy state, then you put them in their cot or their crib or wherever you want to, where you're putting them to sleep. You never let them sleep fully on you or near you. That is really important. So you put them in, so that way they'll start to self-soothe. So when you first put them in the cot and they're drowsy, they might stir a little bit or whimper a little bit, but then it's important that you just calm them down by putting on your hand on them, or you let them to try to figure out the sleep themselves. So don't rush in to try to pick them up if they just had a little whimper or a little cry. But obviously, if they get too upset, then you pick them up. This is called a put down routine. You pick them up, calm them again, wait till they're a little bit drowsy and put them down. You might have to repeat this process a number of times, but it's important that you keep consistently the same thing that you do every night, and eventually they will get it. And my last tip that I think will really, really help you is, your little one's used to sleeping on you and it's got your smell constantly. So what you could do is that you sometimes have the muslin cloths, and just walk around with it all day on your body. Now, the best place for me, I think, is underneath your breast, and you just put it, and it's going to really seep in your smells. So when they go to bed, and when they're in that drowsy state, put it near their head or somewhere where they can hold on to it. So through the night, if they ever feel uncomfortable, that they can grab hold of that, and they've got your smell next to you. So Bonnie, I hope that helped you. So please try and let me know. If anybody's watching, also, if you found this tip useful for you and your situation, or if you're watching me live, please say hi and let me know you're here and watching me. If you watch it on replay again, then please feel free to put any comments and any things that you would like to say, and just let me know and I will get back to you. And remember, sharing is caring, so press that sharing button and let everybody know that I'm here to help them with their parenting issues. So the second question is from Noor. Now, Noor has said to me, and she sent me a question, just like I said, please bear with me, I am looking down. My son has Asperger, and he has recently, she's noticed that he started to get trouble sleeping at night, and even when he's sleeping, that his mind is quite alert. Now, I'm going to say I am a parenting expert, and I am also accredited in sleep training. But I will say that children with special educational needs isn't my area of expertise, but I feel that I can help you with some tips and suggestions that I think will be able to get you on your way to help your son with any sleep issues that he's got at the moment, and also help you get a better night's sleep. So firstly, I would say is the 2 points I would like to give you, and that is white noise and blackout curtains. So for those who don't really understand what white noise is, it's really the washing machine and the Hoover, those sort of noise, fan. For some reason, children are very sensitive to that, and it's actually quite calming. So it's not just for children with special educational needs, but it's also, I've used this technique with hundreds of parents that I've helped with sleep training throughout my years, and it works like a dream. Now, especially for a child with Asperger's, they have very sensitive hearing, and you will find that this white noise is really good at calming them down, especially at night time, so that it blocks out any other noise that could be distracting your little one from sleeping through the night. So please try the white noise. There is apps, there is links on the internet that you can actually use, and they do replay. And you can have that noise playing throughout the evening. It's really calming. It works like a dream. Like I said, I just helped a mum. I went and helped sleep training for 3 days at her house, and her daughter is 4 months, and the white noise, they were astounded. They were like shocked at how easy it works, and they tend to start it at the beginning of the sleep routine, and then it turns off, and the child, it works like a miracle, and it should work for your son. Please let me know if it does. The second point I said was about the blackout curtains. Now, I mentioned in my previous question with Bonnie was about melatonin, and melatonin is the key element to help produce sleep, and how it's produced is through your body knowing and your hormone knowing that it's nighttime. Now, children up until, by the time they're 3 months, their hormones, that melatonin starts to kick in. So we need to get ourselves in a drowsy state. So things like watching television or being on tablets or iPhones, the blue screen actually inhibits us from producing our hormones, the sleep hormone melatonin. So the blackout curtains will help to stimulate sleepiness and also black out any lights, which then does the opposite and actually creates you into a more alert state. So I would say the blackout curtain is really key, and also making sure that at least an hour before your son goes to bed, that he is not on any Android, any phone, any television. That actually stimulates him and will make it harder for him to sleep. So I really, really, really hope that these tips help you, Bonnie, and help you, Noor. But I'm sure some of these tips are going to help as many parents as possible, because a lot of these tips are tips that are transferable for any sleep issues. Now, I have lots and lots of tips to share with you, and with sleep, when I do my sleep training workshops. In fact, I'm doing a sleep training workshop in February that I know will help as many parents as possible. If you really are interested in joining my workshops, please just message me and I'll let you know, and I can put you on the waiting list for the sleep training. Now, you know, your child's sleep experience doesn't have to be the way it's going to be, and that you have to fight and struggle through. There is answers, there is ways. You know, I'm an accredited sleep training coach, and there is a lot of people out there. I'd like to help you. If you really want me to help you, please let me know. You do not have to have those nightmares of sleeps night after night. Your child, there is a way of helping your child to have a better night's sleep, because in the long run it helps their growth, their development, as well as your energy to be able to get on with your daily duties as a parent. So please do not have to feel that you have to stay in that state of sleeplessness. Are you tired of being tired? I can help you. So I'm Sylvia, the parentologist, and I help busy parents survive the baby toddler years so they have a more peaceful parenting experience. I'm here for you. If you want to know more from me and learn more tips and suggestions, why don't you join my Facebook group called Parents Keeping It Real? I'd love to see you in there. You will get a lot more, and you will have a more peaceful parenting experience. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you soon.